Press like and subscribe is the mind and welfare officer. Besides, don't be scared to comment. Shop by One Shot Productions. We're going to flip William Penn's hat with the Big Moto Show, and I am Big Moto, master of the obvious. Don't be scared to comment.
Welcome back to the Big Moto Show. My name is Big Moto, master of the obvious, and this week I'm going to convey the same message I conveyed to you last week, that your parents are your G-U-I-D-E, and that's a physical word on planet Earth. And once they die, the word becomes spiritual, G-O-D. Because the parent guides you physically, then the brain guides you spiritually post their death. That's like logical as I can explain it. But this week I have Big Troy with me, and this is there's no really introduction because he already did the show, the Mothership Return. Y'all know Big Troy. Y'all know what he is.
Mothership.
So this week I'm gonna have Big Troy rocking with me on this the Cain and Abel story. Last week I gave y'all Cain and Abel, and then I dropped the clip of Brother Malcolm explaining to y'all how King James rewrote and Shakespeare rewrote and tricked the Bible all up so people didn't have an understanding of the Bible. So it would have been right for me, period, to speak after I play a Malcolm X anything. Like, I'd be insane in my own membrane to speak after Malcolm. So that's why I just left. Like, anything other than that would have been retarded for me. Because what the fuck I'm going to say after Malcolm X? All right? Now, this week, though, I had Big Troy with me. He's going to give y'all his version, or because he got a whole different version than me. But his version is nowhere near where I think y'all version is. So he's going to give his version. And once again, I'm going to play the Bible, and he's going to give his version, and then I'm going to give my version, and it's going to be like, it should make it like so a child could understand it. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Genesis 4. Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord I have brought forth a man." Later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks, and Cain worked the soil.
Stop right there.
That's right.
What did that mean to you?
That means she had one boy. He was messing with the soil, but the other one dealing with the flocks.
But who was the father of those children?
He was dealing with the animals. It's a difference. Because working the land ain't like working the animals. It's a big difference.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm asking you is,
it was more worth to raise sheep than to grow grain.
I understand that.
I'm just talking
My
about
question
commodities.
it says, Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain.
I
She
know,
said, with the help of the Lord, I had
son-
brought forth a man, and later she gave birth to Abel. I'm saying about that,
Some of the kids that were more productive.
Okay. Now, let me just break it down how I see it.
Yeah.
I see, when I read the Bible, I don't just read the Bible. I character count when I'm reading the Bible. So I see Adam made love to his wife Eve. I see two people. She said, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. Right? That's three people.
Listen.
She said, because it's only supposed to be Adam and Eve at this time, right?
Yes.
She said with the help, so she said to Adam, because who else is she talking to? She said to Adam, with the help of the Lord, remember, Leonardo DiCaprio and Django,
Yeah.
I have brought forth a man. Later she gave birth to the mulatto light-skinned child. That's the child that kept the flock, the light-skinned baby.
Hey, it don't matter how it happened.
No, doing Matt, I call this, I don't know if Eve gave the pussy up or if she got raped. But right here, clearly it says she had sex with Adam, she had sex with the Lord. It said right there, it says she had sex with Adam and she had sex with the Lord. All I'm saying, brother, is right here in the beginning text, it says, Adam made love to his wife Eve. That's 2 people. She became pregnant. There's 3 people. She said to Adam, because it's only Adam and Eve in the Garden of God, with the help of the Lord, at Leonardo DiCaprio, I have brought forth another man. She gave birth to his brother Abel, the white baby is right there. I don't understand how you don't see. You can't see that?
All right.
However, hold up.
And what I'm trying to say is,
Go ahead.
she's doing what she's supposed to do.
Ain't no motherfucking question. She was fucking like a motherfucker. She was just promiscuous.
How you think these babies get here?
By copulating. Humans copulate, animals mate.
And they copulate.
No, they don't copulate, they mate. Copulating is a scientific word for sex for humans. Okay, let's just go forward right here with this.
That's why we have marriages.
In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. And Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast.
Stop
Then
right
the
there.
Lord...
Let's just stop right there. What happened right there?
Right there, the boy brought something that God really liked. Now, the other son, come with some lackluster. Okay. Who was mad? It wasn't Abel. Had to be Cain.
All right, I understand what you're saying. Let me just, we're going to move on quick. We're going to get through this.
Hold on. But hold on. God made that because he said, I like Abel more than you can. Go ahead.
So, what I see is, the Lord said to Cain, let's go, where is that? It said, now Abel kept the flock and Cain kept the soil. One baby, the light-skinned baby, worked the sheep, and the dark-skinned baby worked the grounds, the lines, the rows inside the fields. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruit of the soil as an offering to his father, because Abel was his daddy, but Cain but the Lord is his father. Like on a cotton field, you had a daddy, but the father of your daddy was the white man. So you ain't had no father, you had a daddy. And daddy was your daddy, but the father of your daddy was the slave master, or Leonardo DiCaprio and Django. I'm just gonna charge this. I just like to make that because that's I like the movie Django. But here we go. Listen. And Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from the first of the flock. The Lord looked into it with favor, Abel and an offering. But for Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcasted. You know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was rejected for the simple fact that you know this was more, but you still chose him over me. Because for the simple fact, at the end of the day, ain't this business? He said, no. He said, this is proper. This is a man. That's more like me than less like you, because you stronger than me. And why would I ever want to make a man like you be stronger than me? And that's the only reason why I see a man would do something like that.
Now, I see it a little bit different.
Go ahead.
I see it like this. I see that when the Bible said that Cain kept the flock and Abel kept the soil, that was because that's how it was at the time. That's how they supposed to be. They want the lighter skinned chosen work because they couldn't take the heat of the field.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. And Abel brought the offering. Abel's offering was fat portions of calf. However, that was the Lord's biological son.
I understand.
because the Lord had sex with Eve too. That's the Lord. So when the biological son brought the offering, the father looked with favor over the biological son than the stepson or the darker son that was not his son, or the enslaved son that worked the soil. So, however, the enslaved son felt like, hold up now. Now I'm bringing you what Genesis 1 say. But I'm bringing you what
I'm looking at as strength. It ain't white. And nothing that I see. So I look at them. I look at them.
Just listen again.
And when it comes to black, we strong.
Just listen again. Listen.
On Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast.
Stop right there. When you say your face is downcasted, you can walk up to somebody and see that their face is mad. You can say, "Why is your face downcast?"
Always.
That's like how you read somebody. So he read his brain. He said, "Damn, why you ain't never looked like that before? Why you walking around with your face broke up like that?"
Yeah.
Then guess what he said after that? Don't you know that if you do right for master, that's good? Listen.
The Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it."
Now that right there is real. Ruling over sin. That's like like how Jesus told the tempter, "Get out of here." That's how you rule over sin. When something's coming to your brain that you don't like to do, you be like, no. So the rule over that, you got to deny the tempter. Like, get out of here, tempter. I'm not listening to that. But we're gonna just keep on rolling down here. Let's just keep it going. So we gotta get out. We gotta get out of here.
Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." While they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen. Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But the Lord said to him, "Not so. Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over."
Stop right there.
That's us.
What's that?
Cause they keep fucking with us. Keep fucking with us, man. You gonna fuck around and fuck with something you can't mess with.
Well,
listen, I'm gonna let you know.
I looked at it like this.
Even with black people, they come to me and say, "You're intelligent." I said, "Well, what the fuck you thought I was?" He said, "No, I thought I was all niggas." I said, "What did you learn?" And this is a black person. I'll be like, "You need to be enlightened." That's where I come from. Enlightenment. I learn about myself. I learn about my surroundings. I don't succumb to them. Like, he said, "What these niggas are?" I said, "Man, I don't worry about that." You think I'm worried about that? When I used to be on the block, I go anywhere I wanted to. Dig 'em?
I understand. I seen you everywhere.
I used to work in. This ain't being recorded.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We're gonna carry on with it. We're gonna stop right there. Stop right there. That's another show. That's a whole nother show. Let's just stay right here. Let's just finish with this. Let that play. I'm not even gonna comment on what you comment on.
Fuck with nobody.
I understand that. I understand that. But I just want to go on with the show real fast. Let's just let this play on. Let me just play. I'm going to play this right here. We're going to let it play on out.
Man,
I'm not even going
And
to
the
talk.
Lord
Listen,
put a
here we go.
mark
Listen.
on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him.
Stop right there. Hold up. I got to talk now. Hold up. Stop. I do got to say something.
Go ahead.
I got you. Now, let's go back. I got to say something. So Cain killed his brother.
Yeah.
While they was in the field. When he came back, he got smart with his step-pop. His step-pop or his slave master, but back then they say, I'm doing it in the order I read it in the beginning, how I would categorize the day in this days and times. But however, he snapped on him back, said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" At that particular time, he knew some crooked shit happened because he never even talked to him like that.
Yeah.
So hold up, now we go. I'm a speedball through. Then he gave him a punishment. The punishment was more than he could bear. He was putting him out. Now that's kind of like the Kanye West punishment. Once you go against the system, like Kanye West went against the system, like Cain went against the system and killed his brother Abel, he went against the system. Once you go against the system like Kanye West, you become a Cain. Now once they gonna put you out, well, when they put you out, the crazy part about when they put you out, they're going to put that mark on your head. And that mark is going to say, you're going to be okay. Ain't nobody going to really fuck with you, but we ain't going to fuck with you.
But that shit ain't last with that Adidas shit, because they had
Hold on. Now, I just wanted to say that. That's my part of what you said. That's how I came back. Because you said what you said. I said,
Adidas contract with the Yeezy.
I don't want to get on. I want to stay here. I just want to play this. Let me just play the Bible. Let's just keep going with the Bible. Listen.
So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain made love to his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Cain was then building a city, and he named it after his son Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad was the father of Mehujael, and Mehujael was the father of Methushael, and Methushael was the father of Lamech. Lamech married two women, one named Adah and the other Zillah. Adah gave birth to Jabal. He was the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock.
Stop right there. The father of me in the beginning. Okay? That was in the beginning of people living in that longitude and latitude in tents. So he was the first one to build the tents. The father of that. So there's a whole lot of in the beginnings. But he was the in the beginning. But how up here, Lamech was the in the beginning, the first person that had two wives. He had two wives. So in the beginning, Lamech was the first person that in the beginning had two wives. This guy was in the beginning had first person built 10 cities. So there's a lot of in the beginning. But our in the beginning was getting caught and putting in the Garden of Eden. Let's just play it on. Listen.
Hey, man,
His name was Jubal. He was the father of all who play stringed instruments and pipes. Zillah also had a son, Tubal-Cain, who forged all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, listen to me.
Stop right there. That was just proof that other shit, it was, here go again. The father of, in the beginning of instruments, in the beginning of making weapons, in the beginning there was a whole lot of other immigrants right there. We're just going to keep on playing.
Wives of Lamech, hear my words. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times.
Time out. Now that reminds me of when they kidnapped the people on October the 6th, guys, whatever, October the 6th, October the 7th, guys. I love you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate talking about that. So, you gotta get out the camera. Don't keep it pushing. Come on, keep it pushing. Trish, put the cup on the table. Put the cup on the table. You dig? On this table over here. Leave the cup on the table. Put the cup back on the table. Don't worry about it. You did good. You said the fucking enough. I'm gonna close this bitch like Michael Jackson. You ready? I'm gonna go back a little bit, just a little bit, because I got something to say.
Zillah also had a son, Tubal-Cain, who forged all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, listen to me. Wives of Lamech, hear my words.
Go ahead.
I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me.
Go ahead.
If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times.
Stop right there. That's crazy. Now, think about the death rate on the Gaza Strip. Think about those people that over there, how what happened. This is the same people, right? They said that if you snatch 200 of our people, we're going to avenge those 200 people 77 times 7. What's that death rate? Is it close to that? What's that number over there? But I bet you it's close to 77 times 7, but now they going overboard. They going past what they believe. They still killing more people over there. However, they ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in my mentality. So now I just want to keep going a little bit further down, and it's about to be over.
Adam made love to his wife again, and she gave birth to a son and named him Seth, saying, God has granted me another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him. Seth also had a son, and he named him Enosh. That time, people began to call on the name of the Lord.
Stop right there. Now, at that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord. That's Genesis chapter 4 all the way at the end. At that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord. Who the fuck did they call on before they called on the name of the Lord? Before I called on the name of anybody else on planet Earth, I called on the name of my mama Titty. Before I had any inclination to any other type of thing going on planet Earth, I called on the name of the milk that I needed to survive. But then once I was conditioned by the 6th grade to believe that Christopher Columbus discovered America, I was fucked all the way up to go straight to where I went to where I was at. But now that I had my stroke of genius, I went from Saul to Paul. I like to use that reference because he had a stroke, but it was a stroke of genius. He stopped killing Christians. I just had a stroke of genius. I read the Bible different. And I'm just baffled at who did the people call on it before they called on the name of the Lord. So next week I could do Genesis 5, but I could leave y'all right here and just give y'all Malachi 4:4, the last part of the Bible, death. Then we could go on the name, and then we could go on to Jesus Christ at the death. But that might be too much religion for you. I don't know what y'all want. So comment, let me know if y'all want me to keep going with the Bible. Let me know what y'all want me to do. However, I got, my people's got the cups and everything. We got the t-shirts, the cups. We're gonna have the merchandise. We're gonna have a website. Everything is coming. We're building. This is like I don't know what that's what's going on here. At the end of the day, like and subscribe is still the modern day way of paying offers and tithes. Don't be scared to comment. Like and subscribe is the modern day way of paying offers and tithes. Don't be scared to comment. I'm out.